Is the Goblin Queen Madelyne Pryor worth it? Should you be building her? Is A-Force going to be the next Scourge unlock team? And why should you hold off on claiming your dailies for now? We're going to talk about all of that, and we're getting to your questions for the mailbag because it is Monday. And if you're ready for all of that, ladies and gentlemen, find that like button. Let's go slash it.
ValleyFlyin.
Oh, hello, Valley Maniacs. I am ValleyFlyin. Welcome to the ValleyFlyin channel. It is Monday. It is time to answer your questions from the mailbag. We got a lot of them. We're going to talk about the Goblin Queen Madelyne Pryor in this video. Is she worth it? We're going to talk about some T4 ISO 8 recommendations as well. A-Force, they were confirmed to be the next team coming to Marvel Strike Force. Are they going to be the next Scourge unlock team? And why should you hold off on claiming your dailies for now? We're going to talk about all about that. But first, before we get to all the mailbag questions as well, let's go right into Madelyne Pryor. Let's take a look at her kit on MSF.gg, see if she is worth it for you. Now, I did not get this character. I'm not opening any red stars for this character. Couple reasons. First are these tags here. She's not going to be a great arena character because we have that Darkhold team. Her tags don't really allow her to be used in raids. I'm not really struggling too much into, actually I'm struggling a lot in the mutant section, but I don't think she's gonna offer too much to get over the struggles that I have in the mutant section. So she's not really gonna help in a Doom raids for me. And she's going to be a war defense character, not a war offense character. So I'm going to hold off on investing in Madelyne Pryor for now. If you're more focused on war defense and war, then she could be a character for you. But let's go take a look at her kit, her T4s. Let's take a look at her basic, what it's going to do, 60% extra damage to the primary target, but on war defense and war defense only. So consider this if you are upgrading her for other game modes. Maybe you're trying to get a mutant solution section, mutant section solution, or maybe you're considering taking her to Dark Dimension 3. This one is not going to do a lot, and maybe you might want to reconsider the Striker tag, which I think is going to be the best initial tag for her as ISO 8 class. All right, so this one is okay, but it's pretty much just for war defense, and it makes her as a striker very strong because on war defense she's flipping 3 positive effects to the flipping 3 additional positive effects on the primary target in addition to that first one. So 4 total. Very, very good. This might not be my first one that I'm going to get. All right, so what are you going to do with the special? You're going to add 50% damage to the primary and secondary attacks. This one probably is going to be my last choice. It's just adding damage. And probably not something that you need a lot of, unless you're having a lot of gold red stars initially. All right. Also, this one is a very good one. 100% damage to the primary target, which is good. But instead of flipping these 3 positive effects on the primary target, you're flipping all of them. So that makes it very, very valuable, especially if she has that crazy amount of focus, and she has some of the highest base stats for her focus in the game. So she's looking very, very strong. This is a good T4. I actually like this T4, the best out of all we've had so far, but I think the best is going to be this passive, because what it does is it increases the assist chance up to 25, or up from 25 to 50. So gaining that 25% assist chance on all non-attack abilities, you put that T4, goes up to 50%. Also, what the T4 does, extra 10% damage to controlled characters. So these controlled characters that gets that extra damage attack, this 20% goes up to 30% with this attack. So I like this just for this extra assist chance, or this extra assist chance. Yeah, extra boom. You're going to attack someone that is doing a skill. So some extra damage with this skill. This passive is going to help the entire team because this is based on all these Marauders moves. So that is what I would rate. I would go passive, then ultimate, then basic, then special. That is the way I would start her. And Striker is probably the initial class that I would use for her, although you're probably opening with this move right here to this AoE attack, the special, might justify that Raider class. But Striker and then Raider, and then I think her base stats for focus is strong enough that you may not need that Skirmisher tag, but that may be something to experiment down with the road. That is what I would recommend for Madelyne Pryor, though. Like I said, I did not get her. But yeah, if war is something that's very, very important to you, get her. because she's going to help a lot in war. Let's move on to why should you not claim your dailies? Well, if you go into game right now, we have 1 day, 3 hours left on this strike pass, which means in about 3 hours as of me recording this, this is going to, let me remove that. This is 1 day, 3 hours there. 3 hours from me recording this, we will get a new strike pass. As you can see, I've claimed all of these. So when this resets, server reset, I'm not claiming any of these dailies until this resets and we get the new strike pass. So even if strike pass is not something that you're considering purchasing, you would want to hold off on claiming all these strike tokens until the new strike pass goes live. That is what I recommend. So watch your dailies after server reset tomorrow. Or it may be today based on your time zone. But once this is, after this 3 hours, pay attention to that strike pass. All right, that is it for now. We're going to get to that A4s bringing the Scourge Unlocked team with one of the mailbag questions. But speaking of mailbag questions, let's go there right now, all the way to mailbag. Now, if you want a question potentially featured on this Monday mailbag, which we usually do every Monday, sometimes we do it early on a Sunday, sometimes we push it back to a Tuesday. If you want your question potentially featured, make sure you join the Discord. The link is down below. And let's get right to the Discord. All right. Hey, ValleyFlyin, greetings from down under. What is up, brother Dave? All right. What are your thoughts on red stars for the next lot of horsemen, even then for Apocalypse? I was saving my orbs, having about 10 5s, 2 6s, 2 7s to open, but now seeing only dark promo credits used for Morgan. I'm thinking I may just have to open them. Also, do you think dark promo credits should be gained by opening 4s, 5s, 6, and 7s? The higher the orb opening, yes. It's only logical considering how many we have to open. Yeah, I think they should. I mean, the more dark promo credits, which by the way is a trashy system. Let's not get over that. That is a trash system. The entire Red Star system is just trash, by the way. So we're talking about ways to make it better, but really the real way to make it better is overhaul the complete system, change it up. Dark promos are trash. This RNG to get new characters are trash, but I would save these unless you're really going hard for what is the character now? Madelyne Pryor. I probably wouldn't open these right now. I would save your 7s, 5s, 6s for another character that you think is valuable that you're going to get a lot of use out of, because yeah, it's all RNG based. And, you know, while eventually they may go into that store, that elite store, you need to get those silver credits. You need to get those gold credits. And you need to have them actually pop up in the store, which could be months. So if there's a character that you want, that you think is valuable, then open it for her. But I wouldn't open it right now for Morgan Le Fay unless war is something that's very, very important to you. So hope that helps. But yeah, Red Star system is trashy. They should extend how we get dark promo credits, but it's not what they're doing. That's why they had that big Red Star sale a little while ago. All right. Hey, Valley, hope all is well. Hope all is well with you as well, brother. Quick question. Why have we gone 3 patches from Eternal Release and Cersei Icarus assist mechanic still crashes the game? Extremely frustrating when you have to force close the app 1 of 5 arena attacks or a perfect Scourge run because of something that should have been fixed a long time ago. All right. So this is something that I thought was fixed. I haven't heard of this happening too much, but maybe that's just because that hasn't been reported to me and I haven't seen it personally. But this is trash, man. Scopely, fix your game. How can this bug be crashing the game for some players? Now, while it's not crashing the game for all players, because it hasn't crashed the game for me in a long time, it's crashing the game for some players, which means it needs to be dealt with. Hopefully, the data mine that we got about another stability update coming, hopefully that fixes the issue. But there was a data mine that there's 6.0.2 coming out. Again, it was a data mine, so it may come out, it may not, but there was a data mine that is coming with more stability updates. Hopefully that solves this. We know that the next update is coming out very soon. Hopefully that solves it. But yeah, this is actually trash. Scopely has still not fixed this. 3 patches ago. It's been reported 3 patches ago. They still don't have a fix. All right, this post says it all. Let's go to the post and see what is saying it all. Boom. Stop it with the pop-ups. All right, so this Reddit post here that we got pointed to, I'm getting sick and tired of the constant pop-ups within the game to try to sell me offers. Typically, after 720 days of being careful, I finally fell foul to one of these pop-ups, which took a large amount of cores from my account in exchange for something I didn't want, which is totally trash. I diligently contacted support to explain the situation, hoping for a successful outcome like many others received. However, I was wrong. It took you almost 24 hours to reply to me, only to slam the door in my face. Scopely, please answer the following. Why is there no parity for treatment here? Other players have been refunded. Why does it take you almost 24 hours to reply to me? Why can't you put a confirmation button on these offers? Why can't we disable pop-up offers in the game? Fix your game. Yeah, so fixing the game would mean that a lot of this is unintentional, and I think a lot of this is intentional. So it's not necessarily a fix that we should be, I mean, I'm talking about semantics here. I mean, yeah, it does need to be changed, but fix would imply that it's something that they didn't intend. I think this is all intended. The 24 hours, they could do better with that. Pop-up button, that's been requested since year one. That's been requested since beta, and still, Scopely refuses to do that. So I don't think we're gonna get one. This has been requested for a while. These pop-up offers, I know it's plagued me with some things in the past and I've written about. I know that the Colossus Special T4 is one that I was like, I don't want to do that one. But I think they're here to stay. It's trashy that they do this. And it sucks that a player has 720 days that knows that these pop-ups are there, still has to deal with this crap. And this, if we look at the timing of this, I believe, happened right before the Morgan Le Fay. If we look at 12:55 on Thursday, I think it came out later that day on Thursday. Actually, let me put it down here. Yeah, so this was posted 12:55 on Thursday, which I think the Morgan Le Fay or the Agatha event came out later than that. And I did see reports on Twitter that they're not refunding these core purchases because you got progress towards the milestone. I don't know why they couldn't just refund the cores and refund the milestone progress, and take away some of those resources. Maybe that's too hard for them. But this post, there's no excuse for this. This happened before the Agatha event. It is trashy. Your guess is as good as mine why Scopely hasn't done this. Obviously, I think they're thinking they're going to sell more with this. The frustration of, oh, shoot, I spent my power cores. I guess I'm going to have to buy more is what they're thinking the players are going to do. But yeah, most players are just going to be like, this is trash. I ain't doing this crap. But yeah, Scopely, that's their business model. Be careful. Sometimes, like I said, some players get refunded, sometimes they don't. You got to get a good customer service. Now, if you get a bad customer service person, I would maybe close that thread and possibly open a new one, because sometimes you get good ones that give you a refund, do what you want. Sometimes you have to fight with them and they do nothing. So just kind of a luck of the draw. Just like with the game, it's RNG with their customer service responses. Sometimes that's good, sometimes it's not. All right, next. Hey, Valley, how much money and new players is Scopely missing out on by not keeping the popular characters relevant for players? Doesn't make sense for a new player to work on Thor, Hulk, Cyclops, Black Panther, Captain America, etc. Instead, they have to work on characters like Agatha or other newer releases. Yeah, that's kind of the plague of these hero collector games, right? They have the popular characters in the beginning of the game to entice players to come in and play the game, and they're holding off on a few select characters. Like one of them that they've held off for so long is Gambit, and it looks like with the silhouettes, that may be the character coming, but that's kind of what they do. People like Thor, they like Hulk, they like Cyclops. They want to go in and play with these characters. They start the game because this game has those characters, but to entice people to buy the offers for the newer characters, they got to make the new characters slightly better. So we got this power creep, or in some cases, like with Silver Surfer, the power leaping. But the newer characters usually, or the more recent rework characters, are going to outshine the older characters there. So it's kind of what happens in a lot of hero collector games. It's not just Marvel Strike Force. It will be cool to see a usable Iron Man or a usable Hulk or Thor to get some scariness added to him. But I don't know. If that's not in the profits for them, then we're probably not going to see it. I would like to see Hulk at least sized correctly. If not, at least a rework. At least make him the correct size. Make him look like the Hulk in the game is what I would want. But yeah. So Scopely, I don't know what their plan is. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of complaints and things like that. So hopefully they see some of this. Hopefully they watch this mailbag video, see what the pain points of the consumers are, and hopefully they can address a lot of stuff. Hey, Valley, greetings from Ohio, brother. What is with the high pace of releases set to occur this year? Would you have recommendations? Wish people to go light on resources. Madelyne Pryor really looks good, but is it worth the investment if you aren't a heavy War Alliance? Yeah, so I don't think that she is. Like I said earlier, I did not buy Madelyne Pryor. for war defense. If you're a heavy war alliance, then this may be a character that you want. Marauders with the reworks because of Madelyne Pryor are already a lot stronger, and I'm assuming with her kit, with what she does with this team, is going to be not fun to fight this team on war defense. So it really depends. Where would you go light on resources? I would say the characters that you don't have a lot of places to use. Like Madelyne Pryor, I think she's going to be locked just to war defense for me. So that's not a character that I'm going to invest in a lot. Characters like the Darkhold, we're going to use them in arena, war, possibly tower modes, the Scourge, any future Scourge events, potentially, pocket dimension, all that stuff. If I'm going to get use out of them, I'm going to invest a little more in them. And of course, raid characters are very, very important now. So there's an important raid team like a Web Wards that rolls around. I'm probably going to spend resources on them. So what I invest in is characters that I'm going to use a lot. Variety of game modes, or very dominant in arena, because that's where I get my power core. So that is what I use. Arena, then I go Doom raids, then I go Greek raids, then I go war offense, war defense, and then Pocket Dimension pops up every now and then. We have some other modes like Cosmic Crucible that we're waiting for, Avengers Tower that comes back every so often. So I think the main modes are the arena, the ones that are here every day, not the pop-ups like Pocket Dimension or the tower mode, the ones that are here all the time. Arena, raids, war, those are the important ones. Blitz, splits, you could do whatever team. So that's how I choose characters. Those are who I choose that's worth investing in. And I try not to invest in too many war defense characters. All right, hey, Valley, greetings from Maryland. Recently, I was disconnected from the web store and I tried to get the code to reconnect. I noticed that option was gone. When I contacted customer service, they said they removed a button intentionally for now and just to use Facebook. Why would Scopely spend all this time and energy on a web store and milestones they don't want their players to use? Love, peace from the DMV. All right, so I don't think that was intentional. They say that it was intentionally removed. They may have been pressured to remove it by Apple. I hear that this is only on Apple. Ever since that 5.0.1 release was updated, that's when I hear there's having problems with that iOS store connecting to the web store. Now, I believe that Scopely may have pissed off Apple with this by taking some of the profits from Apple directly and just putting it right into their pockets with their web stores. So it may be from Apple's end. At least that's what I heard. It may have nothing to do with that, but what I've heard is from Apple's end, and they were upset that Scopely took the profits out. So that's probably why you have to go to Facebook, use BlueStacks or another Android device, link your account, and use the Android version to do that. I have not experienced a disconnect because I have BlueStacks and iOS, and I run both. So and my web store was connected before, so I don't know if that has anything to do with it. But I do have reports of people on the iOS store saying, "Hey, it doesn't work." So yeah, and what I heard, like I said, it was Apple's response to Scopely creating their web store. May or may not be true, but that is what I heard. All right, hey Valley, tinfoil hat theory time. I love tinfoil hat theory. Scopely is not going to remove all the cheaters in the Scourge event. Oh, I don't think that's a hot take. I think there's going to be some that are still going to remain in that Scourge leaderboards. Hear me out. People can create a burner account to get a rough estimate of how many people play the game. Right before the event ends, you can know where you stand. After the 24 hours, you can know how many cheaters got removed based on your final score. Thus, you're going to determine how widespread the corrupt the game is. Scopely can't afford that, so they'll be likely to only remove people affecting the whales to minimize the number of thoughts. I think they're going to manually view a lot of the accounts, and some that are like, yeah, you can't get this with this TCP, with this roster. They're probably just going to remove it. I don't know if they're going into logs of players, seeing if someone used an API, if the time that they got that score in matches. There may be some smart cheaters that make the pings that get sent to their game to the server of Scopely make it look like it's a legitimate play. I don't know what these APKs do and if you are able to make it look legit, but I think this stuff has been going on for a while, especially with some of the DM shots that I've seen in Envoy chat. It looks like this has been going on for a while, and there are smart cheaters out there. They may fly under the radar, especially cheaters that use the APK that already have a very high TCP that just looks like, oh yeah, that's probably a legit score. I don't know if Scourge is going to be able to catch up. I hope they do. I hope they're using other detection messages and not just looking at accounts and saying, yeah, that's not possible. That's erroneous. I hope they're looking at other metrics and not just banning people that have these weird things. Actually looking at the counts, making sure, and hopefully they have logs of playtime and the APK time that they can look at and see that if someone is doing a legit score or not. I'm not confident that all the players are going to get, all the cheaters are going to get caught. All right, hey, Valley, I missed a couple of blitz rotations this past Saturday due to my son's baseball game that I coach. Seems like I'm going to miss out on shards because of it. My question is, how do you balance game events with real life events with your family? I don't. My family comes first. The game comes second. Sometimes if I can squeeze a blitz rotation in, I will. If I can squeeze a raid battle in, I will. But family comes first. Real life comes first. I hope that's what all of you guys are doing as well, because at the end of the day, let's look at this from a blitz perspective. You doing that blitz rotation or 2 blitz rotations, what did I give you? 2 shards for 1 rotation, maybe 4 shards for Agatha. Is that worth missing your son's baseball game? I don't think it is. And then let's look at this game in the totality. How long are you going to be playing this game? This game has already been around for 4 years. I think it's going to be around for a while. Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes came out before this, and it's still around. Marvel Future Fight is another Marvel game that I played before Marvel Strike Force, and that's still around. So if either of those games go down, I would be like, yeah, Marvel Strike Force is probably going down. But it's probably going to be around for a while. But are you going to be playing this game in 10 years, 20 years? I'd say that's very, very unlikely. And in that time, once you stop playing this game, like, why did I do that blitz rotation? So yeah, put your family first, put real life first, put your friends first, put your life first. And then if you could squeeze in some fun, some recreation war Marvel Strike Force, and especially YouTube. Don't forget to watch YouTube. Yeah, do that stuff. But yeah, this life should be first. All right, what is good, Valley? Second time questioner, but my question is about Adam Warlock in Arena. I was fighting against Zemo, Emma, 2 Eternals, and Adam Warlock. I used Cersei's ultimate, which didn't take anyway past 50% health. After doing with this, Adam Warlock gained 2 turns of taunt. In this match, it did not matter, but it caused me to lose arena matches. Is Adam Warlock supposed to taunt in arena? I personally thought that Gamora mechanic was when she dropped below 50%, but there's no Gamoras in sight. So, and this question has been asked a bunch of times on the mailbag. This is the correct answer, though. Cersei ult is applying the taunt. It's nothing to do with Adam Warlock and Gamora like that. To the support character with the lowest speed bar, this is exactly right. Let's go take a look on msf.gg. Just take a look at her ultimate really quick on the wording of that. So, this is her ultimate, Elemental Slam. In Arena, applied taunt for 2 turns to the enemy support with the lowest speed. So, yes. That is exactly correct. It has nothing to do with Adam Warlock. It's Cersei that's putting that on, which in some cases, if it's a full Infinity Watch team, usually that's going to be Moondragon. But on a hybrid team with Adam Warlock, a lot of times he's the only support character there. So it's going to be Adam Warlock. Sometimes it's not good to use her ultimate. Sometimes it's better to use her basic. It depends on the situation, though. So now that you know that ultimate does that, now you can make the choice. If you really want to do that ultimate, take away that speed and give the energy and get that taunt on Adam Warlock, or in some situations, it can be better to use her basic and target another character. So hopefully that helps. Hopefully that helps some of your arena wins, and hopefully you still get to use this before the Darkhold team starts to dominate everywhere, because yeah, people are getting red stars for Morgan Le Fay within the next couple days, depending on how fast Scopely catches the cheaters. Here is what would be a cool tech solution for Doom 2. I love it. Stark Industries tech. Increase Iron Man stats. Give him Mark 85 costume at Iron Lad, Hulkbuster, Thorbuster, Iron Sorcerer Supreme. I like it. I don't know Thorbuster. I'm not sure of Iron Lad. Iron Sorcerer Supreme. I don't know. But hey, I don't know those characters, but I love it. Give us a tech solution. Make Iron Man relevant. This hits 2 birds with 1 stone. So yeah, I like this. I like this. There is kind of a tech solution now. It's not a real team. It's a hybrid team, but can get through tech. We could get through tech, but yeah, we don't have a real team to do it on auto like the Web Warriors or Mystic, like with the new Warriors and Eternals. I would like that for tech. All right, there are so many options for teams that could choose for the next Scourge, Young Avengers, Marauders, Darkhold, A-Force, Ravagers, any new team that we don't know about yet. They gave us about 2 months notice on the teams we're using for the first Scourge, considering we're probably about 2 months away from the next one. Do you think they'll tell us who the teams are soon? I'm hoarding resources until they tell us. I don't think they're going to tell us. I don't think they're going to tell us until right before. They're not going to tell us in advance. They didn't tell us in advance with the Web Warriors. They told us right around Dark Hunters, I think, is when they did that. So I'm wondering if they just did. A-Force reminds me of the young Web Warriors. Let's take a look at the silhouette that we got. So this is the team right here. We've got a couple characters right here. We get the two A-Force characters, Spider-Woman and Nico Minoru. And I don't know if they really remind me of the Web Warriors. Web Warriors is a 3-person team, made 2 characters relevant. If we look at what reminds me of previous releases, Madelyne Pryor obviously reminds me of Magic because took an old, irrelevant, uncanny X-Men team, 4 members, and made them into a relevant war offense team with 1 new member. That's kind of what's happening with the Marauders, right? And Marauders did have some use, and they have some use in the arena right now, so it's a little different. But Marauders, basically an arena defense, you could walk over them. But now they're a lot tougher since their rework, and I think they're going to get even more tough with Madelyne Pryor there. So I see Madelyne Pryor more like Magic there. All right, and as far as these A-Force characters, I see them more like Echo and Kate Bishop right here. The reason for that is they have 2 new characters. One, the Young Avengers, they were a war defense team. This new team, the A-Force, they're a war offense team, 2 new characters. Now, the difference with the Young Avengers and A-Force is Young Avengers is a full 5-person team. A-Force is only a 4-person team. So we may get them used down the road, but I don't think it's gonna be A-Force. And maybe this next team, it could be A-Force. They try to keep us on our toes, and they may have not purchased it on, they may have not decided it yet. They may wait till see how many purchases get made on the offers. And when that is decided, see if whoever sells the least, that's probably what they're going to do for the Scourge release, because they want to make up as much money for characters that they didn't release. So it may not be decided at this point yet. It may be one of these 2 teams, the A-Force or whatever this team is that looks like Gambit is one of the members. It may be that team, or it may be something later on down the road. It's hard to tell at this point. If we compare this to this one right here, Omega Red was their last legendary. Then we got Eternals. Then we got Magic, Dormammu. So we might not have the next Scourge team. It may not be A-Force. I'm not getting that vibe, but Scopely likes to keep us on our toes. So just because I've done certain things in the past doesn't mean that's how things are going to be moving forward. I'm just not feeling that vibe, but could be anyone, honestly. All right, next. Mr. ValleyFlyin, my guy. It's been a while. Let's go for 12 for 12. All right. It looks like you got 2 questions here. We may be going 13 for 13, brother. Not so much a question, but what's the deal with training match bottleneck? Yes, it is a bottleneck. Yes, it is a bottleneck for myself as well. Wasn't a bottleneck for so long, but this Scourge event really drained me of resources. So it is a bottleneck for me again. So is gold. Gold wasn't a bottleneck. Training match weren't a bottleneck. I was just hoarding that stuff, but now very low on gold orbs, very low on training mat orbs as well. Yes, it is a bottleneck. Why can't we have a blitz or an event for mats? And before you say no, back to bootcamp does count. It comes around how often? I think it comes around every month. I think it's supposed to come around every month. I don't think I've been paying attention to see if it's actually coming back every month, but it's supposed to be coming back every month. Back to bootcamp does not solve that, especially with the rate of new characters that we're getting, and especially characters like Magic that you get one character, and instead of building one character, if you want that team to work, you have to go back and build 4 new characters if you haven't previously invested in that. So it's with these limited releases that transform a whole team, like Star-Lord did with the Ravagers, a lot of investment, a lot of T4s, a lot of gold and training mats to bring the rest of the team up just for that one character to work properly. So they're doing that on purpose. I think they have, these past few months, they've done a good job of depleting our gold and training mats. So hopefully they do a good job of also restoring what we need for our new stuff. But I think all of it's by design. It's a sneaky design to make us feel that FOMO, brother. Valley, at this point, they might as well make an unfarmable orb with how many tunes are still unfarmable. FYI, Hulk, Wolverine should be on your unfarmable list for new players. Remember your rules, not a node, not a store. Yes, that was the original, but because Hulk was kind of so available back in the day, same thing with Wolverine, we did put them on the list, but let's be honest here. They're not going to make that top 10 free-to-play list, and they're not going to make that top 10 pay-to-win list. I don't think they're going to make either list, so I guess it's a moot point, but just for simplicity's sake, they're on the farmable list because I see them as more farmable as unfarmable, but I don't think it really matters. They're not gonna make the list, brother. Yeah, they do have to grind, especially for a Hulk, your favorite toon. It's not necessarily grinding. It's just kind of a time delay. Same thing with Wolverine. As long as you're playing long enough, you're gonna unlock that toon. You're gonna be getting your achievements. You're gonna be doing your logins. You're gonna unlock both of those toons if you play long enough. But yeah, I consider them farmable, but it's more semantics, brother. It's they're not gonna make the list. Doesn't matter. They shouldn't get, new players shouldn't be going after them as well. But I would love an unfarmable orb. There's so many unfarmable characters. Sell that for 400 cores. I was gonna say the normal price that they do, but let's make it cheaper. 400 cores. I would buy that. What would you guys do? And what are you doing with Madelyne? Are you investing in Madelyne? Is war defense important to you? Do you think she's a new Scourge character? Are you leaving you at A-Force? Are you happy with Spider-Woman? Are you happy with Nico Minoru? Or are you think it's gonna be some other Scourge team for the next unlock? Let me know your thoughts, guys. It's all up in the air at this point. Scopely may have not even decided yet, but that is it for this video. Thank you for everyone that left a question. And if you want your question potentially featured next week, make sure you are a member of the Discord. Leave a message on that channel. We do this every single week. And if you enjoyed this, if this was helpful for you, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. We'll be back. We'll be back tomorrow with more great Marvel Strike Force content. And of course, every single weekday morning, we stream on Twitch. So check us out with the Valley Club in the morning. And I will see you next time. Have a great rest of your day. Stay hydrated, stay focused, stay on top, and have a great rest of your day. Are you ready for it? There it is. Hulk fist bump, ValleyFlyin out. Have a great rest of your day, ladies and gentlemen.